Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another episode of our series with Ajax, and we're actually kicking off much earlier than I thought that we would do because, as you can see on the screen, we have been taken over by a Tycoon. It has finally happened to me managing a team. We've had a new guy come in, apparently called Ian Smith, as generic a name as you can get. And he has come in and put £61 million into the club's finances. A little update to the transfer budget as well. It means we now have £134 million in the bank, and I assume we're going to be able to do a little bit more each year as well, because rather than having to sell players to buy players, we might actually have a pretty decent transfer limit every season to strengthen and really push on in the Champions League. So that is some absolutely exceptional news to have happened. It's a shame that we have lost Edwin van der Sar, but we're in a pretty good position now to really kick on. Well, with the good news of a Tycoon coming in to take over the club, we've also been on a very good run of form, continuing where we left off before. And you can see here against Vitesse, we did manage to get a nice 2-0 win. It did take a little while to break them down. We had plenty of shots, but it just seemed to not quite work for us until in the second half, nearly an hour gone, Neres switched the play to Ziyech. He hit the post/keeper and Edouard with an easy finish into the open net. And then 15 minutes later, good ball in from Promes off the bench and Edson Alvarez with the header. We then took on Fortuna Sittard. This ended up being a slightly tougher game than we expected because early on we actually raced into a really good lead. Edouard and Tadic are in fantastic form at the moment. First off, the ball came out, Saracho had it down the right flank, pulled it across, and a nice little touch and finish from Edouard. Got the shot off before the keeper could react. Tadic then swung one into the top corner, where the keeper maybe should have been guarding. He also had a penalty, which he tucked home. But then around the hour mark, suddenly they came alive, Fortuna, and Sis there with the first goal. But then with 6 minutes to go, Nelson charging down the right, took it to the byline, cut inside, hit the keeper on post, and then an easy finish for Damascan. I had a go at the players, and it seemed to do the job and get us over the line. We then went into this really tough match at home against Bayer Leverkusen, and we were definitely the better team. You can see from the stats we weren't in control of possession, but we were generating shots and chances. But late on, Jonathan Tah unmarked, looping header over the keeper into the back corner, and then we basically did a little bit of pinball, ball in from the side, ricocheted around Ruben Dias, able to touch it over the line. And had we lost that game, we'd have been level on 6 points with City and Leverkusen. And Leverkusen, very strong team. Kai Havertz in there, Jonathan Tah, obviously centre back. They just have so many good young players. Could easily have beaten us there and put us in a real problem with potentially getting through to the next round. But then we took on FC20, the old Steve McLaren title-winning team. And it was a slow progress game. You can see they didn't have a shot on target, Twente. The ball came out here from a free kick. Alvarez to Saracho. He pulled it across, and what a hit that is from Marin. Absolutely sensational strike coming across the ball into the far corner for 1-0. We then had to take on Spankenberg in the Dutch Cup first round. I did a almost total change of the first 11. I think the only player who remained in the team was Onana in goal. And actually the team did really well. Normally when you make those changes it could take a while to get going, but Lassina Traore, what a finish that was to give us a 1-0 lead with inside 2 minutes. About 25 minutes on the clock when Barrow sent that over to Promes, dinked back to Tagliafico. Defender blocked it but only gave it to Penaranda, who tucked it past the keeper. Came out to Barrow, shot blocked. Gravenberch coming across, finds Promes, and what a cheeky finish at the near post there from Quincy Promes for 3-0. And then time nearly out, Ryan Babel on off the bench, put the ball across, and Marin with the header for 4-0. A really good finish for Marin there, and a nice victory for the team. We then took on 17th placed FC Emmen in the league, carried on our excellent form. I think this was win number 11 out of 12 in the league. So we are absolutely imperious at the moment, but Feyenoord still pushing at the top. Ziyech coming in from the right flank, and Tadic, just brilliant finishing from him to touch it home at the far post. Then Neres, 10 minutes on the clock, charging down the left. What a pass, absolutely bisecting that team. And a nice finish from Edouard, who's in good goal-scoring form. Ball out to the right flank, silly own goal here, just ball across. Defender clearly not paying attention, bounces off him. And it's 3-0 just like that. We didn't score any more after that. But we are in some really good form. Now we're coming back a little bit earlier than I said we would. We are going to do probably at least 2 games, maybe 3. We'll see sort of how time gets on. And then next episode, Galatasaray, Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar and Man City. It's a really big run of games, that one. We might actually pick up with Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, Man City, but we can see how we get on today. Maybe we could do Bayer and Galatasaray today, so we can sort of see how it sort of goes at this point. But it's worth looking at Edouard, who's now worth £39.5 million. He joined us for 30 million clean. 12 goals in 20 appearances, 7 in 12 in the league. He is in phenomenal form, but so is Dusan Tadic, 30 years old, supposed to play as a left winger. 7 in 10 for him in the league, 9 in 15 in all competitions, £10 million signing, 28 goals last year. He is absolutely sensational. The rest of the team doing really well as well. We're going to have Neres and Sriracha on the wings today, with Marin and Van der Beek in the centre, and then it's Tagliafico, Diaz, Veltman, Mazraoui and Onana in goal. We are away from home here. Like I said, this Bayer Leverkusen team so strong. Kevin Volland up top, Paulinho's a good player. Havertz, Aranguiz, Leon Bailey, who always does so well in this version of the game. Wendell, Tar, Bender and Hradecki. It's a strong team. A team that should really be qualifying for the knockout stages of the Champions League, but you can say the same about us as well. Now here's a corner in, it is cleared away. Palacios is going after it. He holds the ball up, Veltman gets a tackle in. Palacios across, and Havertz has somehow scored there. Onana seemed to just waft at the ball as it went over. He should really be saving that one. Palacios here took the touch, held it up. Tackle went in from Veltman, but that little pullback just got away from him. And Diaz not even challenging for the header there as Havertz just plants it past the goalkeeper. Really disappointing to go behind there. But we're still in a good position. Man City not really firing at the moment in the group stages, which means that we're in with a great chance of potentially being a sort of Bayer Leverkusen Ajax top 2, which is kind of where we are at the moment. Now Edouard there couldn't get to the ball first, but Hradecki with it throws it out. You can see how important that late goal was that we scored, and Edouard here has it. What a touch, turn and finish from Odsonne Edouard. Sensational stuff from him there. Absolutely brilliant. He's sort of out on that right side of the penalty area. Hradecki threw it out, intercepted by Marin. Great from him, and what a ball over. What a touch, what a finish. Hradecki too close to his line there. I think he should have been a bit further out from the goal line, but it's got past him, and we are back on level terms, back on top of the group. And as you saw, Man City down on 5 points at the moment from 4 games as it stands. We beat them, they beat Leverkusen, but then they drew with Galatasaray, which shows how strong the group is. Edouard clearly offside as he touches that one home. No need for VAR there, I don't think. But if we can get the win here, I think we do qualify for the knockout stages. Tagliafico in, Tar away. Aranguiz to Bailey. Now Havertz over the top for Land can cause damage. Ruben Diaz lays it off to Veltman. Played forward to Van der Beek. Over the top, Edouard in behind. Can't score. He's going to get to the follow-up though. Still got it. Sriracha in. Hradecki smothers it. Not the best finishing from Edouard. But at 1-1, reasonably comfortable. We're sort of boxing them in with very few efforts. Tagliafico's throw, easy take for Hradecki. He throws it out. Kevin Volland to Leon Bailey. Now Kai Havertz switches it out to Paulinho. He's only kept the ball in, and Mazraoui over the top. Edouard clean through on goal, scored from around that position, and he tried to just take it maybe a bit too far. Nearly got to the loose ball on the goal line. Still got it. Tackles just flying in from Wendell there, who's just determined to stop him. Aranguiz with the ball in. Havertz not able to finish it. Marin forward to Edouard. He's got players ahead of him, but he's gone all the way back to Onana for some reason. And Mazraoui can't get it forward. Now 5 minutes left to go until half time. We're definitely deserving of our equaliser, if not of being in the lead, really. I'm going to say I'm pleased with how the team are doing. I don't want to be too aggressive with them. They don't seem to actually react that well when I have a go at them. So a little bit of positive reinforcement as Tagliafico takes the throw in. Tar away, but only to Neres. It's come from Marin. Tagliafico, bit of space, plays it into Tadic. Touch and finish. And Dusan Tadic, 10th goal of the season for him now. What a nice little touch. Normally you'd see him hit that first time. But when the ball came in, Marin there with the touch. Tagliafico with lots of space. I thought he'd cross it, but he just rolled it in for Tadic. And it was that touch and finish into the far corner. And we do now have the lead against Bayer Leverkusen. And there is a question of whether we actually do want to win this game or potentially set Bayer Leverkusen up to knock out Man City from the Champions League. But I'm quite relaxed about the fact that we should probably win every game we can and just qualify on our own merits and not worry about who else gets through. But we're looking quite comfortable as it stands. Not really being troubled too much by Bayer Leverkusen. I'm going to bring some fresh legs off. Donny van der Beek can come off. We can put Ziyech in there. You can see he's getting a very high rating from the assistant manager now. Tagliafico may be off. He's started to come back into the first team. Tagliafico, David Blind was sort of higher rated than him for a while, but Tagliafico's just signed a new contract and is now getting into the side. Edouard, sensible out wide. Ziyech to Sriracho. Oh, that is a wonderful way to get your first goal for the club from Matthias Sriracho. Absolutely brilliant finish, leaving Hradecki flat-footed. Ball came out here. Edouard holding it up, played it out. So much room for Ziyech. First time touch. One touch and hit from Sriracho there. 3-1 now. And Man City, I think, still drawing in their game against Galatasaray. It's a really tough group, this one. But it looks like we are going to see out the win here. I'm going to just make a quick late change. Dusan Tadic maybe coming off for Penaranda. No goal there. No, Man City are beating Galatasaray, so unless we beat City, it's going to be all on Leverkusen to do it themselves against Man City. Here's Darren Bray to Palacios. Switches the play out to Voland, who's kept it in and got the time to get to the loose ball. Out by Veltman, but Palacios with it. Good tackle, and now Neres can counter-attack. We've got men over. He finds Edouard. Keeper's come a long way out, and Edouard with the easiest finish of all time there. Why the keeper came rushing out there with the poor angle, I don't know, but Edouard gets his 14th goal of the season now already. Look at that little touch. We had the man outnumbered. Edouard, just Hradecki, absolutely terrible keeping, and it's 4-1 away from home, and we really are showing the strength that we have in this team. I mean, this is again, just like when we beat City, it's a strong Leverkusen team, but we're getting the win, and Neres nearly making it 5. City just take a second goal there against Galatasaray for a 2-0 lead. And that's going to be a really tough game when we do go to the Etihad Stadium, or the City of Manchester Stadium, however you want to name it. Kai Havertz there trying to create something for Leverkusen, but it's going to be a comfortable win for us in the end. 10 goals, 10 goal difference, 10 points. It's a very nice record. Penaranda turning, running, finds Neres, and it's another save from the keeper to keep it out. But I think even if we lose to City, we'll retain top of the group, both on the head-to-head and the goal difference. And then it's just one more game against Galatasaray, which we'll have at home to see out the season. So we're in a really, really good position here after that win. And we have qualified for the knockout stage of the Champions League. We get more money, another 2 million for the win as well. But 3 points clear of City. We're probably going to win the group by beating Galatasaray. It's just about how that game at the Etihad goes. We're 2 points clear in the league, finalled with a game in hand. Now, what we'll do this time is probably just play these 2 games off camera and come back for the Galatasaray game. Do we need to? Given we've already qualified, we can probably leave it there and instead just play the Den Haag match up next and see how we get on, because I'm not showing very many league games at the moment, so maybe that's the better way to do it, give you a bit of variety, because that Galatasaray game at home I would expect we'd win reasonably comfortably. So we'll just play through here until that ADO Den Haag game. I think Pardew's the manager of that team, isn't it? Alan Pardew, yeah. Alan Pardew there in charge of ADO Den Haag. Went out there. I think they were down in the relegation zone. I think he managed to keep them up because the league was cancelled this season. And I think they stayed up on that basis alone. Otherwise it looked like they might well have ended up going down. Alan Pardew's career very much sort of hit bottom at the moment, hasn't it? But ADO Den Haag, the next team up. I'm probably going to rest a few big name players. We can certainly give Diaz a little bit of a break. Maybe bring Daley Blind back into the team for this one as well. Marin, a few options in the centre here. I might leave Ziyech out for this one and instead put Barrow in there. And then up front, maybe Edouard can come out for Penaranda as well. Just give him a little bit of a break. Tadic still in the side. Oh, I didn't fill out the subs bench. That's the frustration of... I've done that a couple of times when you have the 11, 12 substitutes available. But we should still win this game even if we don't have enough substitutes. Not too long to go until we're sort of hopefully in a position where if we keep up this winning we can build a nice big gap at the top. But Feyenoord have been really troublesome as Van der Beek sends out one wide. They keep winning game after game, Feyenoord, and we've not played them yet this season. I'm interested to see how strong they are when we actually are in a one-on-one situation. Because so far they just seem unstoppable. They haven't actually lost this season, which is why they have a slightly better record than we do when you take the game in hand into account. And we did lose to Utrecht, which was a little bit frustrating. We weren't able to even come back and get the draw there, so there'll be no invincible season for us in the first year. Koopmans with the ball out. Goes to the left flank for Myers. Now De Bock. Ball sent back to Koopmans. He puts it forward. If we fail to win this game, there's only 3 points between us and Feyenoord. They would have 2 games in advance as well. Barrow here, driving it forward. Out wide to Daley Blind. Barrow again. Onto David Neres. Blind maybe offside there, but the ball goes in, and Sriracha with a very good header off the underside of the crossbar. We take the 1-0 lead against ADO Den Haag, and we are 5 points clear as it stands. Barrow there, just teeing up Neres. Out to Blind. He was played onside actually by all the central defenders, and Sriracha out jumping the left back, and the keeper wasn't able to stop it because it was just underneath the crossbar. So a 1-0 lead now against ADO Den Haag. You can see they've got a knock. Their fitness is pretty poor. We really could absolutely go in for the kill in this second half. But Thomas here takes the free kick. Oh, is that a penalty? I mean, yeah, it looks like it. Daley Blind has committed a handball, and it'll be a penalty to Den Haag just in added time. Bogle takes a penalty. It's that bottom right corner where all the penalties seem to go. So far this season I've seen they've all gone in that bottom corner, and it's now 1-1. Really disappointing that Daley Blind gave away the penalty there, because we weren't really under any pressure. But I think with their poor fitness we've got a real chance. Sort of tell the team off a little bit at half time, and maybe in the second half get a bit of creativity. Well, they've got a free kick here. Myers with it. Cleared away. Tadic now can break. He's got a man to his left. He's got a man making a run as well, Penaranda, but Tadic doing it on his own. He's past the keeper, and he's finished it as well. You don't often see those one-to-ones end up in a goal, but he's managed to slot it past the keeper there. A fantastic run from Dusan Tadic from his own box. Manages to keep going, the 30-year-old. Beats the defender for pace as well. And then the keeper rushing out, unable to make the save as Tadic just taps it past him for a 2-1 lead. That's exactly what we wanted. And so long as we can hold out the next 10-15 minutes, I can't see this Den Haag team getting a goal late in the game. So we should be able to get the victory. But here's Myers with the dead ball situation. Malone chases after it. Can we nick it? We have. Alvarez to Tadic again. Penaranda is up there. And he has found Penaranda. Through on goal. He needs to finish this, and he hasn't. That is the problem with Penaranda. He's not a consistent finisher. He's got a couple of goals for us this season, but I have been wondering whether it's maybe time to bring Huntelaar back into the fold instead of Penaranda. Now let's make a couple of changes. Bring on Ziyech next. We could also change out Zaracho perhaps for Marin. Just need to see out the last 15 minutes. Going to tell the team to keep attacking, get creative. I don't want to switch to balanced and try and hold out because that just never works against teams like this. But Baka there has been sent off for a second yellow. That should see us home really, because that's not the Clarence Seedorf. No, it's Kane Seedorf. I was going to say, surely he's not still playing. He must be mid-40s. Ball in. Cleared out. Got a corner now. 5 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go, really. Ziyech puts it in. Comes to Van der Beek. And he's gone for goal, Donny van der Beek. What a strike to tie up the 3 points. That is 12 wins from 13 games in the league. We are really, really performing to a very high standard. But I was expecting that to be played off to the man on the left, but instead he just went for it. And it's in the back of the net. 4 goals for Donny van der Beek, who's just signed a new contract. We've tied him down for 5 years, which is excellent. Goossens clears it. Veltman out wide. Marin has it. He puts the ball across. Cleared out by Seedorf. Alvarez to Marin. Ball comes across from Mazraoui. He's found Penaranda and Tadic, but Penaranda does get the goal. His 4th of the season. Good that he managed to get on the score sheet today. Keep that confidence high. Even if it is an open goal finish from a deflection. And a very nice 4-1 lead now as we enter added time at the end of the second half. Tadic's effort blocked. It would have been nice for Tadic to get another goal, but 4-1 against ADO Den Haag, who are sitting around mid-table. They're not doing too badly, but there is the victory. A very good performance from the team. And if we just have a look what that does to the table, we are 5 points clear. I don't know when Feyenoord are going to play next. Oh, we're going to have to give United 1.5 million. I just want to see if Feyenoord slip up in this game before we head into that international break for November. But no, they've won again. Look, this Feyenoord team, I don't know what it is. If we look at this senior squad here, maybe sort them by value. I mean, Bergwijn is in there. He's got 10 in 20. Toonstra, Jorgensen, Senesi's very good, the 22-year-old young player. Haps is quite good, the left back. But it's not that great a team. I don't know how they're getting such good performances out of these players. They're doing so well. And in the Eredivisie at the moment, they are up there. 11 wins from 12 matches. Big gap now between the top 2 and AZ Alkmaar. And we've got another game in hand and we're already 7 points clear. We can move 10 points clear. So it is a battle between us and Feyenoord for this title. Dusan Tadic, I think, is top scorer. Oh no, Gerano Kirk for Utrecht is the top scorer in the league, but Tadic in second place, Bergwijn in equal second place, and Ziyech there, top of the assist charts. So what we'll do now, we've got another game or 2 really. We'll play through the Heerenveen and Galatasaray games offline. Sensational little run of form this. Many games unbeaten, and then next time we'll do a triple header. Feyenoord finally away from home, AZ Alkmaar away from home, Manchester City away from home. This could be a little bit of a dead rubber. We'll see how the Galatasaray game goes. But we are into the knockout stages of the Champions League. We've got a Tycoon owner. It's been a very successful episode. So if you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. But until next time, see ya.